Before we begin, I just want to let you guys know that this video should not be taken seriously whatsoever. The actual rankings and stuff that happened in this video should not reflect the actual creators and people behind the YouTube channels. With that being said, however, if you enjoyed, be sure to subscribe. And if you want to, you can check out all of the other YouTube channels that I mentioned in this video. I will link all of them in the description below. Now, let's get started. Good morning, Internet! My name is Dig-Daeg Studios, and there is this one guy on the interwebs called Socksfor1. You might have heard of him. He has a few subscribers, a lot more than me anyways. But he's best known for his Among Us videos. You know, that game where you vote out red and then kill all your friends. Socks mods the game to make crazy stuff like Imposter God, Freeze Tag, and my personal favorite, Imposter God. But he has a lightsaber, and anytime anybody does anything, the ship explodes. But that's gotta really make you think. Between Socks and all of his friends, who would be the perfect imposter? Let's break out that tier list and start pitting Socks friends against each other. And if I missed any, feel free to delete my channel. I mean, I don't think I missed anything. Hopefully. Let's start at the bottom of the barrel where we have our favorite mustache guy, Oompaville. Now, while I personally think that his voice is hilarious, right up there just behind Blaza, I think it's fair to say that Oompaville has completely lost his mind. If you look into his videos, it shows him carelessly slamming his body against the door in hopes that it will open them somehow. He also has a tendency to incriminate himself by just literally telling everybody that he's the imposter.
It's me! I'm so sorry, guys. The button was just so easy to press!
So because of his descent into insanity, I'm putting Oompaville at the bottom of the tier list. But he's not alone. Right next to him is our favorite pink 14-year-old, Nadway. As the poster child of the 14-year-old gang, he is in fact only 14. And unfortunately doesn't help him out when it comes to overall Among Us experience because he's 14. Secondly, anytime anything happens, he starts screaming like the 14-year-old boy that he is. This has nothing to do with the tier list. I just think it's really funny. What can I say? Nadway screaming is hilarious. Moving right along, we also have our favorite reptilian guy, Dino. While Dino is a T-Rex, which is certainly a formidable opponent, unfortunately it doesn't really help him out here for two main reasons. One, he can't really ask any of his friends for help because his friends are all kind of got meteored. And secondly, he's just too menacing to really not be suspicious. And his menacing nature as a T-Rex also does not help the fact that he's quiet. So he just kind of stands there looking ominously, and then everyone just kicks him out because, you know, what is a T-Rex doing on a spaceship? Moving right along, up on the tier list in C tier, we have our space doctor, That Meme God. He is unfortunately one of the more talkative members of the group, and so he has a tendency to look really suspicious and just immediately get voted out. Wait, didn't I just say that Dino is sus because it's too quiet? Ah, that's fine. I don't have to be consistent. What am I, Socks and Mimi's relationship? While he does have a medical degree, unfortunately it doesn't really help him out here simply because the medical degree is fake. This has been proven over a couple of games where he hasn't been able to revive dead bodies.
I have a medical degree, I can fix it, I can fix it.
Wait, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to do CPR?
Not CPR, do you think this man needs CPR? He doesn't even have a head!
Also, he is a furry, which, while could be interesting as far as strategy goes, unfortunately for him, it just makes him the target of a lot of bullying.
This man could not get a woman even if he was the last man on earth, man.
Cyberbull himself, TBVG. TBVG is the kind of guy that just stands in the back waiting for his opportunity to strike. While he doesn't have the stage presence that a lot of the other members of the Socksfor1 gang have in the Socksfor1 politics, you know that he's standing back there calculating, waiting for the man behind the slaughter to take the crown. Next up, we have the better of the two furries, Wolf of his friends, by sniffing out the imposter or his next best kill. And also, he's British. What more do I have to say for that? Our final member on the B tier is TBH Honest. Looking at the business side of things, he owns his own burger place and a gym, so he's already got the goods to buy himself one heck of a knife. And while his crabness is not as useful as Wolfster's wolfiness, it still helps him with the Moving up on our list, we've got the man right from the sock drawer himself, Socksfor1, the poster child of the Socksfor1 gang. As the big man himself, he's got plenty of Among Us experience under his belt, and so you know for sure that this guy has a trick or two up his sleeve. In addition to that, he also is able to pull off a perfect imposter run at the end of all of his videos without his friends even knowing the whole time that it was him. But this one fact does present some difficulty. A little inconsistent because he has to wait a certain amount of time to get used to this particular mod in order to achieve that perfect imposter run. And his friends know this, so they tried to do their best to sabotage that perfect imposter run. So much so that even the game itself kind of turns against Socks.
Oh my God. What are you gonna do? What? I was banned for hacking!
But even through that, he is able to pull himself together and pull off some very good impostering and sus. Next up is Muffin Juice, the second and final member of the 14-year-old gang. While Muffin Juice, like TBVG, does stand back in the shadows, kind of calculating his next best move, unlike TBVG, Muffin Juice will go as far as to ascend himself for some divine intervention, going as far as to get himself stuck in space. Yes, that is how far Muffin Juice will ascend. Our third member of the A tier comes with the person with the single most comedy gold voice in the entire crew, Blaza. This man, with the power of his banana, is able to cleanly wipe all of his friends off of the face of the ship. Science teacher roasted me after bringing his Elon Musk flamethrower.
I'm the mayor! I'm the mayor!
See you later, water boy!
Yes! This lands him in the solid spot. Boy himself, Juicy. Juicy has the major benefits of being a drink, and so the imposters are going to have a difficult time stabbing his liquid body. But because he is a drink, that also kind of works against him, making it so that he can't unfortunately achieve S tier, because when he is on Polis, the lava will evaporate his liquid body, leading him to an early demise. And we finally are at our S tier. If you've been paying attention, you probably know who it's going to be. But without further ado, let me introduce to you the member of S tier, Laughing Gas. Laughing Gas has a couple of things working for him that work incredibly well. First off, his signature gas mask is able to protect him from anybody trying to sabotage O2. He can survive in space for a little bit of time with it, and he can even release poisonous gases on the Skelds because he is completely impervious to that damage. In addition to that, he is also a master salesman, able to make absolute bank anytime he opens his mouth. But while this would all be great, we're not even close to done, because on the Sock SMP, he owns literally everything. Laughing Gas owns basically everything, and his Laugh Loaf business has allowed him to become the economic emperor of the Sock Nation. Also, he's British. Need I say more? Why did I say it like that? Thank you for watching this video. If you really enjoyed it, then subscribe! We are almost to 1 life, and as a reminder, this whole video was just one big joke that should not be taken seriously. So if you want to check out any of the YouTube channels that I talked about in this video, I will link all of them in the description below. Thank you all for watching, have a great life, and as always, until next time.